Alright, welcome back to the Shreveport Connection with Tommy. As if you didn't already know that. Okay, Raw starts off with Alberto Del Rio getting in the ring. And coming from his car in the arena as Ricardo Rodriguez introduces him. Michael Cole welcomes us to Raw from the University of Tennessee as Del Rio makes his way to the ring. We go to Jerry Lawler and Josh Matthews at ringside with Cole in his coal mine. Del Rio tells us who he is and says his destiny to be world champion was stolen by Edge. On the pay-per-view, Del Rio says destiny can be delayed but not stopped. He says last week should have been a celebration for his arrival to Raw. The Rock's birthday, Del Rio says John Cena may be the WWE champion, but nobody is better than him. Del Rio says he should face Cena for the title. Then Rey Mysterio's music hits and out he comes. Rey comes to the ring and challenges Del Rio to a number one contenders match tonight. Miz music interrupts Del Rio and out comes Miz with Alex Riley. Miz says Teddy Long's incompetent decision making leading things to like this on SmackDown, but they don't fly on Raw. Miz says this is his show and the WWE Championship is still his. Miz says he still would be the champion if it wasn't for Alex Riley messing up last week. Del Rio says Miz had his chance but didn't get the job done and tells him to go to the back of the line. Miz says he pinned Cena and was announced champion last week until prejudiced referee reversed the decision. Miz defends his actions from last week and wants a legitimate rematch against John Cena. He says Rey and Del Rio can fight in a Taco Bell parking lot for all he cares. R-Truth makes his way out, walking with no music, but a voiceover says that the truth has set me free. Truth heads down to the ring now. Truth is going to spill some hate of his own, since everyone else is. Truth says he hates hospital food. Truth says John Morrison is eating a lot of hospital food right now because of last week. Then they showed the video. Truth did this and shows a replay of the attack from last Monday. Truth says he has no problem making sure everyone else is in the ring is hooked up to the same IV as Morrison. Truth puts down Del Rio, Miz and Mysterio, calling Del Rio a Mexican fence jumper. Truth says when an angry black man is speaking, the fans need to shut the hell up. Truth gets on and goes on and as is interrupted by the Raw general manager, anonymous general manager alert. And this is botched again by Michael Cole, who screws up. As he said, he was the one that actually he sent the email message too soon. Okay, back to the announcement. Michael Cole announces that the GM only finds 3 stars worthy, and there will be a triple threat match tonight for the number one contendership. It will be Miz versus Alberto Del Rio versus. He stopped himself as he's actually hitting buttons, and this was his botch. Email alert goes off again, and he's so excited that he hit the send too quick, so he sent it to himself, like I just said. The third competitor in this match will be Rey Mysterio. Truth is pissed off now since he wasn't picked for the match again. Truth says he is better than everyone else, especially Mysterio. Then he gets in Rey's face. Rey says the GM is right. And this is the only time that he agrees with the anonymous GM. Truth shouldn't be in the match, and that's the truth. The whole truth, nothing but the truth. Truth throws down the microphone and leaves the ring upset as he's doing some mumbling as he's heading up the ramp. And then the Miz starts talking again. Miz says it doesn't matter what they did on SmackDown because they are the day laborers here on Raw. Miz says the next week the next WWE champion is going to be. And Ricardo cuts him off and says, Del Rio's name. Riley lays out Del Rio, and Ricardo drop kicks Riley. And if you're not familiar with Ricardo, he is an FCW wrestler. Miz and everyone else gets involved. Ray leaps out on the floor onto Del Rio. Miz and Riley flee up the ramp as Del Rio recovers on the floor. Ray stands tall in the ring as they go to commercial. Bella Twins versus Kelly Kelly and Eve Torres. Wasn't much of this match. Back from the break, and Divas champion Brie Bella is in the ring with her sister Nikki. Out comes Eve Torres, followed by her partner Kelly Kelly. Kelly starts the match off for her team, and they go to the ropes. Bella's distract Kelly, take control of the match. They tag in for some double team drop kicks and a 2 count. Kelly with a head scissors takedown and a smack on the ass. She knocks the other Bella off the apron and hits the back elbow into the corner, which is the cartwheel backflip elbow. Bulldog by Kelly now. The other Bella tries to drag her sister out of the ring, but Eve makes a save. Kelly rolls up one of the Bella Twins for the pin and the win. Winner, Kelly Kelly and Eve Torres. After the match, Eve and Kelly pose in the ring when Karma's music hits. As the Bellas are sitting outside the ring, they sneak out of the way and head to the back. Karma enters the ring, and the Bellas run off to the back. Like I just said, Kelly rolls up out of the ring. Eve charges at Karma from behind, but gets knocked down with a clothesline. Karma goes out to the floor and chases Kelly off to the back. Karma comes back in the ring and hits the implant buster on Eve. Then they cut back to the WWE Tag Team Champions, Kane and Big Show, headed to the ring for Kane versus Mason Ryan. Then they go back to commercial. Back from commercial, Mason Ryan versus Kane is up next. Kane with a waist lock, but Ryan gets out of the hold. Kane with a kick and an uppercut. Ryan with an Irish whip, but Kane with punches to Ryan, and as the referee warns Kane. Ryan with a clothesline, takes Kane down. Ryan chokes Kane in the ropes and gets Kane up. He hits the Oklahoma Stampede, but only can get a near fall. And then you got the other guys interfering in the match, and the match was no contest. Ryan misses a clothesline, and Kane with an uppercut and a drop kick to the knees and then to the head for a near fall. Kane with a kick, but when Ryan misses a shoulder in the corner, Punk interferes, hits Kane in the leg, but Kane able to kick Ryan. Punk gets knocked out by Show. Other members of Nexus come into the ring, such as Michael McGillicuddy and David Otunga, and Kane and Show with a double choke slam on Ryan. Then they go to commercial, back, and we get Vicky Guerrero interrupt. Excuse me! Santino's music to introduce the greatest superstar in the WWE. Santino Marella versus Dolph Ziggler with Vicky Guerrero. Dolph punches Santino away, and he gets punches. He punches Santino, followed by kicks and more punches. Dolph with a fireman's carry, then hits a leaping elbow drop. Then he kicks Santino in the head. Ziggler holds Santino by the head, but Santino with a punch and a hip toss. Time for the Cobra, but Ziggler with a drop kick while Santino wasn't looking. Ziggler with a zigzag for the 3 count. Go to commercial. Then back for commercial. We're back with a return of SmackDown Rebound. Bite This is next. Of Christian's title reign, ending at the hands of Randall Keith Orton. Jaw says that he thought it was unfair for Christian to have to defend his title so soon. Lawler says that we shouldn't blame Teddy Long. R-Truth is walking out of the building while listening to something on his headphones. Scott Stanford walks to talk to him. Truth says that this is a conspiracy. Truth says that he is getting letters from parents to go back to dancing and singing What's Up. Truth says he isn't being taken so seriously because the fans aren't taking him seriously. Truth tells Del Rio, Miz, and Mysterio will get theirs in due time. Truth wants Scott to say what's up, and Truth stares at a hole through Scott as he leaves. Zack Ryder first fist pumps with John Cena, and then Cena walks away. We're back with a look back at last week's Raw when Miz defeated John Cena, only to have the referee revert the decision. Miz is pacing, and Riley tells Miz he thought he was doing the right thing. He had it set up perfectly, and he did it for Miz. Riley says that he didn't realize that Miz had the title in his hand when he raised his hand last week. Miz asked Riley how stupid he gets. He told Riley what to do, and he hugs him, and then raises his hand with the title belt. Riley apologizes, and Miz calls him an amoeba. Miz thinks about it, and he calls Riley a troglodyte. Then he says that Riley has the brain of an orangutan. Miz wonders why he allows Riley in his presence. Riley says that he is going to make it up to him, and Miz wants to know how. Riley tells him just to watch him. Then he starts walking to the ring. And he makes his way into the arena, and fans show their appreciation. Riley says that he doesn't care what everyone thinks of him. The only person in his life he cares about is The Miz. He says that he is going to prove it to The Miz because he is challenging John Cena to a match. Riley tells Cena that he is in the ring. Since he is The Miz's poor little apprentice, he can't do Cena any harm. Riley throws his mic up the rampway, and then John Cena's music plays, and out he comes. So you got a non-title match, John Cena versus Alex Riley. Cena with a waist lock and takedown. They lock up, and Cena with a snapmare to Riley. Riley tries for a kick, but Cena blocks it. Then he tosses Riley. Cena misses a charge into the corner, and he hits a clothesline. It gets a near fall. Riley gets another near fall. Riley works on the arm and hits a belly to back suplex for a near fall. Riley with a reverse chin lock. Cena powers out of the hole, but Riley with a kick. Cena with 2 flying shoulder tackles, followed by a Blue Thunder bomb. And then the legendary sequence ends with a 5-knuckle shuffle. An attitude adjustment. Cena sees Miz coming down the ramp, walking to the ring. Cena gets Riley up for another attitude adjustment. Cena applies the STF, and Riley taps. Cena takes his time to release the hold, and then he poses for The Miz. The referee actually is counting after the match is over to a 4 count. They go to commercial. We're back, and it's time for Michael Cole to increase the sales of the earplugs. Cole says that after beating Jerry Lawler twice, he cannot get any higher. After much deliberation, Cole says that he is going to announce his retirement from in-ring competition. Cole says that he knows he is retiring as the only undefeated superstar. Cole says that he wants to be known as a dual announcer and an in-ring competitor when he is inducted to the Hall of Fame. Lawler comes into the ring, and Cole reminds us that the stipulation from earlier in the year still stands. Lawler says that the rules did not apply to The Rock last week. Lawler decides that to get the fans out of their coma, he wants to show everyone what happened last week between Michael Cole and The Rock. Lawler tells Cole it was very entertaining. He says that if the day ever came where Michael Cole was ever inducted into the Hall of Fame, life as we know it would cease to exist. Lawler suggests that if Cole could defeat him again, Lawler says that he would personally induct Cole into the Hall of Fame and give him his Hall of Fame ring. Cole says no after bringing up the ring a few times. After he headed back to the coal mine during that. Lawler goes to the second coal mine, and Swagger stops Lawler and sends him to the ring post. Well, Jerry Lawler was actually grabbed his necktie through the hole in the coal mine just behind just in front of table that was on the desk that's in his coal mine. So he actually did not touch him, and thus the stipulation still is in effect and no firing. Then they go to commercial. Back from commercial, BSR video package next. What's up? Jack Swagger versus Kofi Kingston for the United States title. They lock up. Kofi with a waist lock, but Swagger backs Kofi into the corner. Goes for the ankle, but Kofi rolls through. Kofi misses a Trouble in Paradise several times during the match. Swagger with a side headlock. Takedown, but Kofi with a head scissors. And Swagger escapes, and Kofi with another waist lock, but Swagger with a standing switch. Kofi tries for a standing switch, but Swagger with a knee. Kofi with a flying forearm, followed by a drop kick. Swagger goes to the floor. Kofi tries for a pescado, but Swagger returns to the ring. Swagger with a kick, and then he knocks Kofi off the apron, and we go to commercial. Back for commercial. Swagger has Kofi's arms locked, and Swagger with a forearm to the back. Swagger runs Kofi into the turnbuckles, and then he puts Kofi on the turnbuckles. Kofi kicks Swagger, but Swagger with a knee to the midsection. Swagger tries for the Swagger bomb, but he lands on Kofi's knees. Kofi misses Trouble in Paradise again when Swagger moves out of the way. Kofi goes up top, hits a crossbody for a near fall. Kofi kicks Swagger in the head, but Swagger sends Kofi over the top rope. But Kofi holds on and tries to send Swagger to the floor instead. Swagger puts Kofi in an ankle lock while he's on the top rope. Kofi was caught up in the ropes now. Swagger sends Kofi's knee into the mat. Kofi kicks Swagger away and then connects with an elbow. Kofi sets for the tornado DDT, but Swagger counters and Kofi lands on his ankle. Swagger stands on the ankle while kicking Kofi. Lawler comes out on the rampway, and Kofi with Trouble in Paradise for the 3 count. After the match, Lawler sends Swagger into the crowd as he tries to enter Cole's cubbyhole. Lawler throws a chair into the box, and he grabs Cole's tie and pulls, like I gave this one up earlier, into the wall a few other times. Swagger checks on Cole. He tells Lawler that he did it. Swagger says that Lawler is going to be fired for touching him. Lawler says that he didn't touch Cole, he touched his tie. Swagger says that Lawler is a first ballot Hall of Famer now because Cole accepts the challenge. Cole wonders what just happened as he walks to the back with Jack Swagger. We go to footage from the Santa Barbara Film Festival for That's What I Am, which featured Randy Orton. Alberto Del Rio versus Miz versus Rey Mysterio in the #1 contenders match was up next. Miz goes after Rey. Rey moves. Rey kicks Del Rio and Miz. Needs a kick. Miz hits Rey from behind. Rey kicks Del Rio, and then Miz sends Rey over his head, and Rey kicks Del Rio. Alberto and Miz go into the ropes, but Del Rio with a clothesline. Del Rio sends Rey to the floor. Miz with a roll-up for a near fall. Miz avoids the cross-arm bar. Del Rio tries for a roll-up, but Miz holds on to the ropes. Rey with a sunset flip on Del Rio, but Miz breaks it up in the corner. Miz sends Del Rio into the ring post, and Miz goes for a near fall on Rey. Miz with an Irish whip. Then he sets up for the awesome clothesline, and the Force sends Del Rio to the floor. Miz gets a near fall on Rey. Miz with a snapmare and a cravati on Rey, but Rey with kicks to Miz. Rey with a drop kick, a drop toe hold, and Miz falls into the ropes. Del Rio trips Rey, and then he kicks Rey in the midsection. Rey tries for a head scissors, but Del Rio sends Rey to the floor. Miz tries for the skull crushing finale, but Del Rio with a roll up for a near fall. Miz counters a cross arm bar attempt with a roll up. Miz and Del Rio with clotheslines at the same time, and they are both down in the ring while Rey is down on the floor. As they go to commercial, then they come back. We are back, and Del Rio with a near chin lock on Rey, but he takes time to kick Miz off the apron and back to the floor. Rey punches Del Rio in the ribs, but Del Rio punches Rey. Del Rio with a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker for a near fall. Del Rio goes to the floor and sends Miz into the ring post. Del Rio returns to the ring, and he kicks Rey in the head and gets a near fall. Del Rio with a reverse chin lock on Del Rio. Rey with an elbow to Del Rio, but Del Rio with a kick to Rey's leg, followed by a punch. Miz pulls down the ropes as Del Rio goes over the top into the floor. Miz with a sunset flip, but you don't give Rey a sunset flip, and Rey rolls through and kicks Miz in the head. Rey with a leg drop, and he gets a near fall. Miz back in the corner, and he sends Rey into the turnbuckles. Miz kicks Rey, followed by an Irish whip. Miz thinks about the awesome clothesline, but Rey moves out of the way. Del Rio pulls Miz to the floor. Rey with a flip dive onto Del Rio, and all three men are down on the floor. Rey kicks Del Rio and sends him back into the ring. Rey with a baseball slide to the Miz. Rey goes up top for a seated splash, and he connects. Rey with a springboard crossbody for a near fall on Del Rio. Del Rio pushes Rey into the ropes, but Rey with a head scissors. Del Rio's down. Miz goes up top while Del Rio and Rey fight in the ring. Del Rio is sent into the turnbuckle, and Miz is crotched. Rey with a roll up for a near fall. Rey punches Miz on the turnbuckles, and Rey hits a super Rana, but Del Rio with a single arm breaker. Del Rio smiles at Rey. Then he puts Rey in the cross arm breaker. Rey tries to get out of the hold. Miz misses a boot, but Del Rio with a roll up on Miz for a near fall. Miz with a DDT for a near fall on Del Rio. Rey kicks Miz out of the ring, and Alex Riley limps to ringside. Riley checks on Miz while Del Rio sets up for a powerbomb on Rey. Rey counters and sends Del Rio into Riley. Rey hits a 619, and then he kicks Miz off the apron. Rey with the dive, but Riley pulls Del Rio out of the ring. Miz with a roll up for the 3 count on Mysterio. Winner Miz. Miz has Riley hold up his hand in victory, while Rey cannot believe that he came so close to winning. John Cena's music plays as he comes up to the stage, as he's right behind Miz and Riley, and he congratulates Miz at the top of the ramp. And he announces the stipulation for his match with Miz at Over the Limit. Cena congratulates Miz, and he says he is going to do the same thing he did last night after WrestleMania. Same thing he did the night after WrestleMania. All Miz did was have excuses when he lost. Cena says that there will be no excuses because there will be no disqualification. There will be no countouts and no submissions. There will be no pinfalls. Cena tells Miz if he wants to win the title, he will have to make Cena say I quit. Say 2 words, and that's I quit. And meanwhile, back in the ring, R-Truth attacks Cena and hits the What's Up on Rey. And that ends your Raw for this week.